What's up, guys? Welcome to my weight loss journey, if you want to call it that. In my wrap up from World's Strongest Man, I said that what I thought I needed to do for myself to be more competitive is to drop some weight, become more athletic, faster, work on all of those things. So we're going to start this process. I figured it'd be kind of neat for you guys to be able to see what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, and come along for the ride, basically. Before I get to the weigh-in, if you haven't noticed, I've got this new shirt on. It's available at shawstrength.com, so if you want one, head over there and grab it. So let's start with the weigh-in. So in one of my videos a while back, I mentioned that my scale was airing out because I was too heavy to weigh in. And I want to give a shout out to Rich Clemens. He actually saw that video and said, you know what, I'm going to send Brian a new scale so he can actually weigh in. And this is the new scale. So Rich, definitely appreciate that, man. Very cool gesture. All right, so it looks like 434 pounds. Now, I've been home from World's Strongest Man for a week, so I stopped this last week. I kind of took a little bit of a break from force feeding myself, and I'll be honest, I definitely missed a couple meals and that, just as more of a mental reset. So I'm sure that I've already dropped a little bit of weight, which is fine. So now we'll kind of start the process from there and see where I can go. So I think today we're going to go head over to Costco, get some food, and I can just kind of talk about my outline and the things that I'm going to manipulate with my diet mainly and training as well to get to where I want to go with my body and with just my essentially package for my upcoming competitions. So the most important part of any body transformation is going to be the food you eat. So I figure the first place to start is heading into Costco and basically stocking up on all the foods that I'm gonna need to eat and making a little bit of a diet change. The format is still gonna stay very much the same as what I've been, but I'll kind of talk you guys through how we're gonna change up the calorie consumption a little bit and the fat consumption mainly. So let's get in here and see what kind of damage we can do. One of the things I'll have in my diet a lot will be baby spinach. Mainly this is for the potassium. It's loaded with potassium, so really good to throw that into the diet. So when I come shopping, of course, I'm always sent with a honey-do list of things that my wife wants for her and the kids. So strawberries are one of those things, and I'll grab a couple other fruit options like blackberries and blueberries, but those are not for me. So I get a look at them, but I'm not going to be eating them. So as you've seen before, I throw in like 3 or 4 of these baby carrots with a few of my meals during the day. So I'm going to stay with that. It's actually nice that Costco's now done a kind of split the one bag that they had before into 2. So I typically ended up throwing away a lot of those carrots. So this will be much better because I can save one of those, and then as soon as they get a little stale, I can switch out for the other bag. These are for the kids. So one of the major changes that I'm gonna make with the diet is changing up the source of meat. So I've been pretty much doing strictly ribeye leading up to the World's Strongest Man and through the Arnold for that matter. But ribeye obviously is a very fatty meat, and I was doing that on purpose. But now I'm actually gonna switch back, and you guys have seen me eat this before, but ground bison is gonna be one of the staples for my protein sources. And then on top of that, I'm actually gonna grab some sirloin steak as well. So a lot leaner cuts of meat, but I'm still gonna keep the quantities of meat pretty high. And then over the course of the next week or 2, I'm gonna see how the change in the fat and not having it essentially in the meat like I had with the ribeye. We'll see how that plays out in my performance, which I'm still concerned about, certainly, and then also in how my body reacts on the scale. So it'll be very interesting. It's kind of a science experiment that I'm going to do with this, but that's the first step. So I'm going to make that. That's going to be a pretty drastic change. So I'm going to have to monitor how my body responds by taking out all the fat from the ribeye. One other thing that I'm going to keep in the diet is cheddar cheese. This is mainly for the calcium, but I'll throw that in with a couple of the meals throughout the day. Grabbing the orange juice. Next thing on the list is chicken stock, and this is a staple in the Monster Mash. So I'm going to stock up on these because I'll go through a lot of that just making the Monster Mash. And last but not least, yes, of course, definitely rice. I feel like at some point I should start ordering this by the pallet, because I feel like I'm grabbing one of these bags like every week and I'm going through it very fast. So overall, that's a diet. As you guys can see, it's not going to change a ton. Basically, we're going to manipulate it mainly through the fat of the meat, take that down, see how I respond, and then we'll probably add in a few more eggs and that type of thing to keep the fat still at a moderate level, so we're not completely going on the other end of the spectrum and going super low fat. So again, performance is going to be the key here in the gym, but you know, I'm going to watch the scale as well to see how my body weight comes down, and I think that we're going to see some positive changes with changing the diet up, just giving my body a little bit different fuel, and we'll see. I'm excited. I'm curious how I'm going to respond to all of this.
$347.89.
All right, so got through the least fun part of that, which is paying for it. But as I said before, the cost of doing business. So I'm gonna get this to the car, get it home, and then it's time to head to the gym. All right, guys, here at the gym, one of the things that I've decided to do with my training is to add in some extra conditioning with certain sessions. So tonight, I've already trained legs, and now I'm gonna finish the workout with the tank, which the tank is basically a resistance sled, so you can select the resistance, and the harder that you push on it, it also gives that back. So it's actually a really cool training tool. So what we got here is roughly a 50-foot tank push, and then kettlebell swings. So I'm gonna go with a 106-pound kettlebell and 10 reps with that, and then a 50-foot tank sprint for 10 minutes straight. So I'm gonna try to get through as many rounds of this as I can in 10 minutes and then done. But I'm sure that it's gonna be fairly challenging. So this is just what I have to do though with the training. I mean, it's something that you know, I don't think anybody necessarily looks forward to this, but I am looking forward to it because of the result that it's gonna give me. So we're gonna get after this and see how tough it is. All right, guys, that was brutal. I really didn't think it would be that bad, but those kettlebell swings especially really started to kick my butt there. So I can see definitely got a lot of work to do with that. You know, I want that to get a lot easier, and I want my
work capacity to go up. And the only way to get there is to put in the hard work. So, you know, I just got to dig in, you know, and the first part of this is going to be the hardest, but it'll get easier and easier and easier. And that's, you know, it's no different than what I tell everybody that starts a journey of something is it's not going to be easy, but if it was easy, everybody would do it too. And I don't want that. I don't want something that other people are going to do easily. I want to work for it. I want it to be hard, because at the end of this, the reward will be that much more if I have to go through it and I have to push that hard. So it's just a different mindset. It's tough right now. My body's saying it doesn't want to do it, whatever, but mentally I know I have to do it and I want to do it, and I've got my mindset on achieving my goals. So that's where I'm gonna go, and my body's just gonna have to come along with that and deal with it. So I think we're gonna wrap it up there. A lot of fun coming up, a lot of exciting things, and I'm excited for you guys to come along on the ride with me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. For now, go out and be great, and we'll check you guys later.